It's loading. Yes, I guess it's good.
Okay, let's slow down the speed to 75. Okay, let's see here. So you are Falco.
Yes.
Okay. And somebody just got in the way. So Dreamland pick. I take it you got rid of what? Fountain of Dreams, Battlefield. He got rid of FD, Yoshi Story, something like that.
That sounds about right. Yes.
Okay, so standard picks makes sense. Dreamland's one of the stages. Usually, the Falco either gets rid of Battlefield or Dreamland, one of the two.
Yeah,
I mean, or Fountain. Yeah, because Fountain usually goes.
I
So
feel generally comfortable on Dreamland.
Is it because of the space?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like you're comfortable keeping your distance right now. That dare out of his pressure string. Yeah, usually Sheik is looking for this, for the counterattack out of shield. Like if you take a look, if you see how he's spaced outside of your shield right now, like with that forward tilt.
Yeah.
He's just kind of, usually this is a good sign. If they're spaced that far, you can wave dash out of shield and pun it and shine into her, and it's got decent risk reward. It's a frame perfect punish on her forward tilt, but even if you're off by a little bit, usually moving into Sheik, because you're going to move into her and finish around here. Actually, let's use red. But you're going to finish around here, and then you can hold down. And then, that's very awkward for Sheik to deal with. Alternatively, you can move back over here and just, with Wave Dash, and then just set up shop again, because then you have all this space between you. Those are kind of the two good plays here. Down air of shield just doesn't really have the range to reach her.
Okay, wait, so what did she do? She F-tilted me?
Yeah, she spaced forward, you're shielding here.
Oh, I see, okay.
And then she spaces forward to max range, if this is her foot. She's tipping it on your shield, and then you try to down air out of shield to catch, I guess, what you think is a grab, but she just moves out of the way. And I'm just saying that, while that does catch her grab, it's really early in the match, so you kind of don't know what type of Sheik you're fighting yet.
Right.
So it's probably better to either wave dash here and then protect yourself, or if you're feeling really confident, Evo's kind of a hard tournament to do this kind of thing at because of best of 3 and also lack of warm-up. But you could wave dash forward as well to this part of the area and shine her. And even if you're off by a little bit, then you can just crouch in front of her. And unless she specifically grabs you, then... Well, even if she grabs, you can sometimes out-time it with the shine. And if she attacks again, you can crouch cancel shine. Or it's very awkward. Imagine, you finish about here, right? So it's so awkward for Sheik to deal with that.
Yeah. Generally, I'd want to be either farther away or right in her face, but not really at her F-tilting.
Yeah, this is that awkward middle zone where your character really doesn't function well unless you already have lasers set up or something.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of something worth noting. He does come in with the grab, but he just kind of he kind of checks for your attack action out of shield, so that could have been a free laser, and then you get comboed. I would be tech rolling more. Small thing.
Instead of checking in place.
Yeah, I think that the tech in place is more of is something that's so powerful that you kind of want to save it a little bit.
Okay.
Get them used to the tech roll and then spring the faster timing on them. Especially because of how long Falco's tech roll is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. You don't want to go fast timing to slow timing, basically.
Okay, that makes sense.
Good aggression on his respawn. I like that you're staying under him. I would like to see more back airs. You're using a lot of down airs even when he's above you. But, okay. I mean, down air has a great hitbox. Great forward throw. Okay, so when this shine misses, misses and he's outside of your range here, I think I actually watched this part earlier. So if he's outside, this bubble, that's kind of your cue that you actually Firefox at the top here. Well, Firebird at the top here to snap to the edge,
right?
Because he can't travel to you and hit you in this time. You're going to go for a back air here, but he's not in range of the back air, so it's just you're just not really doing anything with this play. So imagine if you grab the edge here.
Yeah.
That's just a spacing thing. I'll miss the back air punish. Like so far it seems like mostly small things that should have been a shine. The sidestep, I agree with the buffer sidestep though, because he's been kind of like against this type of Sheik. This side he's been kind of dash dancing outside of your some of your defensive options. So I think the sidestep is better than the shine, just because the shine is like, even though it acts instantly, it does on any sort of delayed action, it doesn't really do anything. But then you down smashed instead of taking the combo starter. And his percent really wasn't good for it. Missed follow. I feel like there's something better we could be doing here. Like, because this Nair looks really ambitious, but her legs are poking. I guess you're trying to shield poke this part of her body, right?
So what I try and do with that, which I don't know if it's the right option to cover, I just cover a jump off the platform to top platform.
Oh, I see. So you're trying to protect this area.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's the best way to do that with Falco.
If you're gonna do that, I might turn around and back air, just because of like the stronger hitbox. It's also less. It also has the nice auto cancel window, so you're a little bit more flexible. So I think that's kind of like your one good play that you could definitely invest in. So maybe like move yourself to this spot and then protect this area, like this, make a line here.
Yeah.
Alternatively, what I'm actually thinking is, with how small his shield is, I'm actually thinking up air, short hop up air.
Yeah.
So like you kind of have immediate reward option, and then you have like more long-term option, like more conservative stage control option. The nice thing about the up air here is that it's really good versus him holding shield, and it also keeps you out of the range of needles. It covers fewer movement pathways though, whereas back air covers more movement pathways, but it moves you into the way of needles. So that's kind of a consideration. So it's kind of like pros and cons.
Okay.
So those are kind of the two plays that really jump out at me. You could also attempt You could also attempt the shine poke, because his legs are sticking out, like shine here.
Okay.
And waveland on and get the combo. I think that's like your third option. I don't really like that here because of his damage. Like, he's so high as it is that I kind of think that just taking a solid hit on him is fine, but at lower damages, it's worth consideration.
Okay.
Yeah, those are, I think, the three options. And also, like, you could land behind him too, which is worth thinking about with the shine land. So you could at least avoid shield grab and not die to that.
Yeah. You could nair out a shield bad, right?
Or a shield drop bear. That would be the one that I'd be really worried about.
Right. Nice.
Nice roll. I agree with that. Take center stage. Nice back air. The commentator combo. Yeah, see, like, the problem with some of these nairs to, like, cover the platform, though, and why I'm not liking them, is because you see how high you're putting yourself above him after them? Like, if he just does anything but specifically jump here, then you're not really, like, positioned to be able to do anything, and he could probably counterattack this. Like, if he just double jump back airs right now, then you probably get hit. So I'm wondering, that's why I'm kind of leaning towards up air, spaced back air, shine land as kind of the go-to options, just because they still, even if you shine land and he jumps, you could still catch him out of his jump startup with the shine and then hit him. And even if you land on the platform, Sheik's jump is big, so you probably finish your wave land long before he can come down and hit you. So you can potentially, up tilt or something, or cover yourself so he can't land on top of you. And then that can push him into landing on this platform, which then you can track with back air. It gives you more flexibility. And the other two are just, just safer on width in general.
Yeah, so I guess with Falco then, it's because I know with other characters you can often cover like the jump from side platform to top platform. Like with Sheik, you can do like a short hop up air, like that's middle. Then Falco's like full hop anything, but I guess Falco's jump height doesn't allow him to easily cover that safely.
Yeah, it's just that he hangs above the... On the one hand, I feel like you could cover both, but you don't want to do the aerial rising.
Okay.
Like you could jump into this spot and sort of then
Yeah.
cover it coming down, but I wouldn't do it going up just because of exactly this. Like hitting her shield and then being stuck above her looks so awkward right now. Like he doesn't get anything from it because he doesn't back air. He fares instead, so he attacks the wrong direction. But it's just like an efficiency thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And besides, he's like chilling on the platform. Like his likelihood of attacking you preemptively for you jumping in front of it, and you could space outside his immediate counterattack too. Like if he's here, right? You don't necessarily have to begin your jump like here. You could begin it further back. So you could begin it like here. And then move it like into this range. Then come down with your hitbox starting around like here. Because your jump is an arc, right? So you can use the beginning of it. You can start with the beginning of it, the rising part outside of his range, and then move the falling part where you're going to put your hitbox into his range, which is also a consideration. So you could still cover both pathways. Just requires a slight footing change. If you want me to pause the video, just tell me because
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
One specific question I had was, so he does this a lot where just needle camps on the side platform, and I'm wondering if it's like when should I back up and like have a projectile war with him, or like try and pressure him by going under and like short hop up airing or something.
I actually think that you made a good call here by getting underneath him.
Yeah.
Like because he like with you getting under him at this juncture, it looks really awkward for him to deal with this. I still think that you're doing some like you should be like up tilting or like shining on some of these run-ins.
Yeah.
But I think that if you can run under, okay, how do I explain this? We'll wait for him to get on the platform, then I'll just kind of show you when it's good to run under him, and then when it's good to just kind of chill.
Okay.
Because that's a good question. It really just basically depends on when you start moving and where you start moving in relation to her needles. Because her needles kind of, they make a triangle, but then they pull away from their range depletes as she falls in her jump. Okay. So here we go. So a little bit further back. This is a good example. So you see how if she shoots needles right now, they're going to shoot like this. But as she pulls back, they're gonna pull away with her, right?
Oh, yeah.
So basically, when she's shooting at this height, you can get to this spot, then you can just run under her and get by them without these, because these are gonna follow, because this is like the first needle timing, this is the second needle timing, this is the third needle timing, right? So if you can get to the 2 spot when she's at the 1 spot, then you're golden. Then you can get under her. You can make her. Then you can start harassing her with up airs. You can start harassing her with back airs. You can shine land. You can start threatening her basically. And once if you get into this spot, you can also control run off. Like if she tries to run off aerial, you can up tilt. There's a lot of options basically in this position. If you cannot get to that spot, then you basically just chill.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So basically, you kind of keep an eye on like when she's rising for her needles, and then just sprint under her. Do not stop. Like if you're going for that kind of play, just run. Do not stop. The worst case scenario is that you get hit like around here, but she can't combo off that anyway. So it's just 4 damage or 3 damage or whatever, and then you just reset and you're fine.
So if she hits me with a stack of needles, like short hop or something, is a fair or grab from her guaranteed, or is there a way to, like, can I buffer out of
it? Depends on where she hits you relative to her landing. Needles are about +10 if she does them perfectly, like perfectly on your character's body.
Yeah.
But Grab takes 7, so if she's in the air for grab takes 7 to hit. So if she's in the air for say 3 frames or more, then you can do something before before the grab connects on you. And obviously it changes a little bit with damage because they are a projectile that appreciates with damage, unlike a lot of projectiles. But that's kind of the rule of thumb. If she's in the air for a little bit and then she has to move forward, then you can probably push a button between them. I would buffer sidestep or shine, one of the two.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're saying the needles, they increase hit stun with the opponent's damage?
Yeah, but very slightly.
Okay.
It's not like it's like maybe it becomes different. I don't remember exactly when the breakpoints are, but I would say probably like every 30 or like 20 or so they add another frame of hit stun, something like that. I'd have to run the tests though. It's been a while. I like how you're playing this stock. Okay, that looks like it should have been a shine or something. I'm a big fan of just laser. Like, this is a small thing, but I'm a huge proponent of not grabbing here instead of grab here because of the narrative shield. I think that shine is a lot better.
Okay.
Because it eats this kind of counterattack option. And given your percent, like, it makes so much sense for her to want to just counterattack and try to kill you right now.
Right. So I could do like a landing shine.
Exactly. Like landing laser into shine, grab, and then even if she pops up above you, she's above you, you just back air her, she dies, you're happy. Something like that. Fortunately, he doesn't get the edge guard. He doesn't really cover very well here. Nice down smash. Just clearing him off getting him off you. Yeah, see, like, this is the point. This is a point where I would be running under him. Okay. See, like, you see where how he's started the needles here, and you're here. Yeah. If you don't shoot this laser here, and you just run forward, you get under him. And then you're, like, capable of doing it. The only reason this needle worked is because you lasered, but the laser doesn't really do anything for you here.
Yeah, I shouldn't be right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the first time I've played such a relatively campy Sheik, so there's a lot of situations I hadn't dealt with much before.
Campy Sheik is weird. There's a lot of it's one of those things where the first few times you fight it, you're kind of like, man, why doesn't everyone do this? And then you actually get the hang of like why her camping strategies have their limitations, and then you kind of go, oh, this is why. But the first few times you fight it, it feels like the most broken thing ever. Okay, grab edge, perfect. Nice. Clean, clean, clean. I do like your evasion between stocks. I don't think you've really gotten hit by anything too grueling on his respawn, and you've even been able to, like, okay, that we need to punish harder. Like, when you see him miss this, like, it's not laser. We move forward, we down air. Like, he's whiffed a, like, boost grab in front of you. Like, no, we hit him hard here.
Yeah, I think I probably just didn't react fast enough, but I need to.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you're still getting things out of this, so it's not unforgivable. Like, you connected the laser into grab, but I'm just thinking, like, man, down air at 20 on Sheik when she's on the ground in front of you, can't crouch cancel. Like, oh my god.
That's what you want, yeah.
And that's a thing about her, about campy Sheik in general. They're gonna, that's the other way to position. You see how you pull back on this down air? That's another way that you can cover both of these options. And I actually like the down air more than the nair because it's just got it's got that lovely auto cancel on landing.
Yeah.
So it controls the space so much cleaner. It's also got a better hitbox. It's also just got a more competitive hitbox than nair.
Right.
Especially since, like, hitbox matters against this character. It's not like Mario or something where you can just trade with anything using any of your moves. But, like, Sheik actually has good hitboxes, so you gotta kind of... Yeah, see, this is a moment, like, when Sheik is chilling back like this, you can usually count on her looking, and she's holding this distance, especially if she's of the campy variety, you can usually count on her wanting to get this Randy boost grab. This is a spot where, like, retreat down air is so good. just because it controls the space in front of you. All of Sheik's frontal approaches are like she's gonna like grab and dash attack, which are like slow moves relative to your down air, and on top of that they have narrow hitboxes, like they hit here, but your down air is like this big blob of hitbox that hits all this area. Like it just walls her out completely. This could actually be a free kill.
Okay.
Yeah. Trillium actually gets me with this a lot if you've ever seen him play.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a great opportunity to call out, and even if it doesn't work, you still like move away from Sheik using down air, so it doesn't. It's
pretty safe.
It's safe, and then on top of that, like if she tries to punish the landing lag, you'll definitely have enough time to get an action out before she reaches you. So there's still like there's still protection, and if she goes for it, then she just dies. So. I know it's also worth noting you've been lasering a lot, so it makes sense for him to be looking for dash attack. Not dash attack because of your damage, but it makes a lot of sense for her to be looking for like a big push approach, because you're kind of getting into a rhythm with your lasers. So this is a great time for you to like mix up your rhythm with and break up your how you're controlling your space. Just so he doesn't get a read on you, because a lot of like what Sheik wants to do to get in on you is read like a bad laser or read any kind of laser and then grab you or dash attack, and then get their Sheik combo.
Yeah, I should definitely mix up not lasering as much sometimes, doing other things.
Oh, that was the game. That was the game.
I know.
It's cool. It's cool though. Like you're positioning really well. Again, that was another moment of she was outside of the range of your back air, so just grab the edge quickly. Yeah. Nice. You see how this is another this was perfect. You see how he's like trying to camp mute, how you got under him and kind of attack the back of him. That's another way to do it. And at this percent, it's fine. Because hitting him across the stage is like whatever. You're gonna, as long as she has to up B, then who cares? Oh no! Wave dash back.
Okay. Yeah.
Or forward smash. So you stick towards him. Because forward smash hangs over the edge a bit.
I wasn't sure if the D smash would reach past the ledge.
It does, but not if you move forward like that. Like here, your down smash is basically hitting like here.
Yeah, I see.
But forward smash, because it moves you, it hits like this area.
Right.
And then if you wave dash to grab the edge, that's technically the optimal option, but I can especially understand at Evo in best of 3 on your last stock why you might shy away from doing that, especially since you have such a huge lead. Minimizing room for error is good. I think at low percent though the wave dash is just strictly the best option.
Yeah.
Just because it doesn't care about damage. Right. But right now I can sympathize with wanting to with the hitting him instead of something else. Just because of like circumstance, really. Just need like there. Perfect. I was waiting for that.
Yeah, I think I tried to. Yeah, I was hoping for either a poke or a jump out of shield or something.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense to me.
I assume he counterpicked Yoshi's because the lasers and spacing.
I'm going to actually slow down the timing a little bit just so we can see things a little bit more, because we're actually doing really well on time.
Sure.
So you start...
Oh, sorry, I was going to say, if we finish early, I have some random questions I can ask too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll probably get through this. We'll probably get through this early.
Okay, yeah.
Because we're not really pausing that much, because your gameplay's... It's usually easier to, if you have an idea on what you're doing, then it's usually easier to go through the video. And you do have an idea what you're doing. It's like a lot of... So this one is like a small combo thing, but this one you needed to do like the double jump. Like the...
jump there?
So what you do is you jump here, and then you double jump like here. So you stop above him, and then you do the down air pushing him down. Like you do your down air while descending, so you land like closer to when he lands.
Okay.
So then you can actually cover him, because if he techs, he's actually like safe on you right now because of how you time this down air.
But
Like
they're rising down there, right?
Yeah. So you see how he's able to like roll when you're like landing. You can prevent that if you fall with him. If you do the down air at the apex of your jump and then fall with him, you could actually potentially still do that with with just a full jump, because she doesn't have a move that comes out within 4 frames that's like relevant, and her double jumping puts her basically into your down air if you line your body up with her correctly. So it doesn't actually help her. So small thing, but yeah, because that could have like been a down smash or an up tilt back air and probably kills him in either case. Oh no. Oh, Randall.
Yeah.
Didn't you know he was there?
I didn't.
Okay.
Just lucky.
Okay. I would, because if you did, then I would have been like, oh, okay, then that's like the safest like up tilt of all time.
No, it was misspaced.
Shield drop back here? Oh, okay. Slightly mistimed.
So,
I actually think that you had to go slower.
oh, really? Okay.
Like, you see how he's above you, and then you do it? You have to wait till he's, like, lower.
Okay.
Like, around... His body's at, like, this height. I think you have to wait for him to be at, like, that height. Because your back here hits around here.
Yeah.
So it's actually slower. That's just a timing thing, though. That's a small thing. Nudge him. Perfect. Under him. Back here again. That's like an awkward scramble.
Yeah.
I think on his landings you could be a little bit more aggressive with your walling, but I certainly don't think that you're wrong for just getting out of the way of her. Like I would like to see more up tilt back air walls when you're underneath her already.
Okay.
Slow on the shine. I'm guessing you went for like a pressure string. Probably better to just shine grab her here though.
Yeah, I don't remember what I went for. I probably got stuck in shine trying to do something.
Makes sense, but I think that like, but you agree though, right? Like shine grab, back throw.
Yeah, shine grab is what I would have thought in that situation too.
Yeah, because back throwing her off stage is so valuable. If you get the Gimp sick, if you're not, then you consolidate damage safely. It's just like, okay, yeah, he's starting one small thing. He's starting to read your tech stance. So this is where we really need to be tech rolling more.
Okay, yeah.
Because he's hit like 4 of them, like 4 of these up smashes.
Up smashes, right? Okay.
Yeah.
It's so tempting to want to do the tech and play shine.
I know, and it's best of 3, and you're up 1, so it's like every time you get one, you're like, oh, I'm a little bit closer to like winning the set, to not having to deal with this camping fuck anymore. But like, no, you gotta mix up.
Right.
Nice. Shield grab. Oh, misspaced.
Yeah. Why did my up tilt whip there? Was he teching during it?
You were facing the wrong way, and it looked like he got you facing the wrong way because your up tilt begins. Your up tilt is a hitbox that begins like here, and he's in front of you, so you had to turn around to get that. And I think you also needed to land a little bit closer to when he landed, because if we look at like how you landed with him, so you get this thing. Actually, you know what? That was fine. You just needed to turn around. You could also down smash here and just push him off the stage. That's also a decent option. Is there any merit to down tilt? Probably not.
Could maybe dare if he doesn't DI full away or something.
I'm thinking like down tilt if he DIs in, then you just shine him off the top maybe. Like it might not combo, but then but what does she like have defending her underneath her, right? And you're at 0, so an aerial, like losing an exchange to an aerial is not going to kill you anyway. But it's probably better to just get her off stage. Like, then we have kind of like this weird scramble exchange, but you kind of come out on top. It looks like you're trying to bait get up attack there, which is fine.
Yeah.
Just kind of chilling. That should have been shield drop something. But Missed the tech skill. Now you're just kind of pressuring him in the corner, which is solid. Nair, catch the jump. I actually do agree with this one, just because the spacing's a little bit, the positioning with him being further back on the platform just allows you to land a little bit lower on his shield, and he can't really jump forward. So it also covers him wave dashing back. So because of where you land relative to him, so I think that this is a little bit better. You probably could have grabbed the edge here though.
I think I should have. I just wasn't confident in myself.
Okay. Be careful with these like down smashes at this percent though, because it's like that's how he's gonna basically randomly kill you for no reason. Like basically shielding a down smash or evading it and then counter grabbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something that I think that I'm noticing you kind of like using it. It's a good move. It covers both sides of you. It has some invincibility, but want to be a little bit careful with it.
Yeah, it's too laggy to keep throwing out that way.
Mm-hmm. The good throw around moves are like back air, down air, up tilt, laser.
Oh, I tried to wait or land on that platform.
Makes sense. Ooh. Yeah, it looks like you thought the second laser was coming. I always find this situation so awkward as Falco, like recovering into crouching shield Sheik here.
Yeah.
I find that they always look for the counterattack, so I would just block here. Because if you block this down smash, like if you block the down smash or the forward tilt, you just wave dash out and shine her, or you can set up again. Like worst case scenario, you have to retreat. If you're not confident, you can even retreat to the ledge and like set up something again, because you have a decent ledge dash. Well, Falco actually has an excellent ledge dash.
Right.
But yeah.
So she's like crouching right there at the ledge. Either like maybe get up, just regular get up shield, or ledge dash shield or something.
I might even ledge dash shine.
Okay.
Just be like move it, because your waveland's pretty long, so just move it like from here. Just like slide into the waveland into this spot and shine her. And then again, like if she blocks it, Falco gets I think 14 frames up to 14 or 15 frames of actionable invincibility if you do it right. I'm not sure how the Yoshi story slope affects it. Usually it gives us slightly more, but let's just use 14 as our baseline. Like that ledge dashing into her and shining if she's crouching here is so strong. Like the only thing that she really has that counters that hard is just wave dashing back. But if she's just sitting there, she's probably looking for the ledge hop lasers anyway, because that's usually what that signals. Yeah. And then you just, like, even if she blocks it, you just, convert into multi-shine or shine grab or something, or pressure string. And probably not pressure string because your back's to the edge and you don't want to risk eating narrative shield and arbitrarily dying. But certainly, like, grab and throwing her up or throwing her backwards is probably very strong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just turn the situation back on her and be like, now you have to recover.
Yeah, it seems like if I'm in the corner and like I'm the one in the corner, grab is a very favorable thing to do, so I can reverse the situation.
Yeah, because the corner is very valuable for both of these characters. For her, because both of you basically die to edge guarding in some capacity. Like neither of you are really going to vertical kill each other in this matchup. So being above, it's still, and you both kind of use being above the other in a little bit to deal with the other's like zoning tools, like Falco to avoid Sheik needles and some of her hitboxes, Sheik to deal with the lasers. But the corner is just really where a lot of options become constricted because of the obvious choke points. So, like the interior of the platform, the one that you're covering with your full jump aerials, that's such a huge one for both of you. How did you get hit there?
I think I missed. Well,
I know you missed a crouch cancel. Like, not here. Like when Sheik is coming on top of you like this, my instinct is just keep holding down.
Yeah. I don't know why I let go down there, but I should.
Because I kind of think that like that could be easily like a crouch cancel to something.
Right.
And then you just kind of get knocked down for a bit. Rolling in. Roll up tilt, the Kirby. Yeah, you're starting to look a little bit scared of grabbing the edge on some of these.
Yeah, I need to get better at that.
Up air, forward air. Standard sheet combo. Shy Guys help you out. But she still keeps going. So on this, I think to catch up, you need to be kind of aggressive. Nah, not bad. I mean, okay. This, when she jumps back like this,
yeah.
Again, like look at always look out for this needle. This needle is like you can usually expect it when she's coming down at 0 on top of you, especially if if you've just died, because she has the full set, and you really do not want to get needle grabbed here.
Yeah.
So like attack up tilt above you, block and prepare to roll or something. Just don't, whatever you do, do not eat that needle grab. Like you're lucky you only got out with like a couple damage, but you got out with like 14, which is excellent for a needle grab. But
yeah,
yeah, just they're all looking for one of two things at when they're, well, not always, but they're usually looking for one of two things when they've just respawned and they have full set of needles. They're looking to either unload the full set on you in a camping war. So
right.
lasering into shield or lasering into shine is very strong on those, just to get rid of her needles. And then the other thing she might do is, if they're more vertically inclined, they might also be looking for needle grab, just because of the value of that combo.
Right.
Because both of them do the same thing. Like they both do a big whack of damage on you, and clear out a bunch of your low damage. So it puts her forward tilt that much closer to going online. Because you see how like she only needed one hit for her forward tilt to knock you over. Like she lands this back air, and then all of a sudden, all of her moves are a threat, and it becomes much harder to defend her. Fortunately, you tech roll. If she small thing, if she misses this up smash on your tech roll, you can't actually punish it.
You cannot.
No, there's not enough time. Okay. Her up smash completes on 40, and her tech roll completes on 40, and she usually times it a little late, but then you have to travel to get her.
Right.
So there's just not enough time. So they'll always do that forward tilt after. Not always, but they'll usually be able to do that forward tilt, a dash back, block, something to defend themselves after. Direct punish is usually not that good on it.
Okay.
Small thing, but you can, if you want to be super pro, you have kind of like two options there. You can either bait the obvious counterattack after, or the defense, and then just like run a check with your dash dance, because they're usually expecting an approach, like an immediate attack. Alternatively, what you can do if you want, you can just like set up defense. Like you understanding that they're gonna that they've just whiffed up smash, so you can just set up lasers for free. Okay. Either play is fine. It's just you want to pick one or the other. Just don't directly attack into it.
Okay.
Pokemon Stadium makes sense. Deal with deal with her platform camping. FD is banned, I'm assuming.
Yeah. It looks like he keeps catching me out of my full hops.
Yeah. So on this one, it's hard to see.
Yeah.
But crazy idea. Landing with sidestep.
Okay.
Okay, hear me out. Because you're at 0, right?
Right.
So other than grab, what does she actually have that challenges that?
Not much, right?
Yeah, like she can down smash, I guess. But like getting hit by any of her ground moves isn't really a big deal. So
Right.
if she decides to like compensate for a sidestep, and you haven't really used sidestep that much, so it might be a good mix up at this point in the set. Like you've
Okay.
been pretty shy about using it in a lot of these landing interactions, not on tech, but I don't really consider tech and landing the same thing.
Okay.
You could also shine and
Right.
try to outtime her. I think your back is to her, so you have more hitbox behind you. So you're more likely to get the good exchange on her grab with your shine.
Giant's bigger behind Falco.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to tell how you were what way you were facing, but I think had your back to her, so that actually makes shine a lot better on landing. I would like to see you be okay. So after you hit this shine, not missing that follow is fine, but do not block here. This block
Yeah.
does absolutely nothing. You want to be moving underneath her, like she's jumped over here, so you want to get down to ground level and just move underneath her. Like use one wave dash, put yourself here, because then you have access to your up tilt if she continues to land. If she goes from the platform, you can up air on top. You can up air her before she gets down. If she starts drifting towards this place, she's set up for back airs. Like you just cover everything. It's so easy to shark her if you get down quickly. That's a big thing that could be. That like this is a big miss.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not. It's still like you don't lose. Like you're losing damage, so you're not getting grabbed. So you're probably going to be able to grind her out over time, just because of the stage layout. But again, like you really want to be getting the freebies when she gives them to you. Oh, that that trick! I love that trick.
Yeah, I'm not sure what other stages it works on, but I know it works on Stadium.
It works on Yoshi's. Works on Fountain. One small thing, you see how he rolls through your laser into grab here? If you land a slightly deeper into him, you can actually shine. You can actually shine and beat that roll.
Okay.
Because laser's +2 on block if you do it perfectly, and roll doesn't get invincibility until 4, so that the math works out. I'm not sure if you have to delay it. I think you have to delay it very, very slightly, so you don't want to do a frame perfect one. But I mean, usually you won't be frame perfect with laser and shine timing, so
Right.
usually you'll be off by like a little bit each. That's like, and again, like he's starting to really jump your laser grabs. You see here, like he does it again. So like laser into shine, big part of your mix up that could help you a lot because it catches the jump startup, and it would prevent all of this from happening. Like in the corner, it gives you offense. Here, you ran in again. Don't run in again. No.
I'm counterattacking like when I should just be resetting.
It's the up smash thing again.
Oh.
Like he misses an up smash on tech, on a tech chase. So here we can, if we watch here, you see how he like goes for this up smash and you're gonna run in again, but he moves around you. He has enough time to do that.
Okay.
So like that's just like that should tell you that this is like this situation should like really cement that he has time to like miss that and still be okay.
Okay.
So this is just you have to take that to set up.
Okay.
You could still like potentially bait his defense again. Like if you don't want to like completely run away, if you don't want to run away completely or just like set up like a very passive play, that's completely acceptable. But you have to kind of play around his defense. Because he will try to protect himself from the, automatic approach, from the automatic push, like to the short up down air, the whatever. Let's speed this up. Good choice shielding and just getting out of there after that back air. I don't think it really makes sense to risk the exchange. Backing up, good. You could actually nair into that. You see how he double jumps here?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you nair here, with just short up nair, that wins. Just because you'll get underneath Sheik's body, and she can't really interact with that. You could probably push her forward and then up tilt after or something. But you kind of like walk forward instead. But that you always want to keep track of like Sheik's height with her jumps, because her going up with her jump is like a big opening in general. Because she doesn't really have like hitboxes underneath her body. They're all like in front and below, or like above and to the side. They're all to the side in some way. So if you can get directly under her, it's like tends to be very good. That's one of the big weaknesses, actually, of the platform camping thingy. Just that if you get underneath her, okay, hit the wall, shine, close enough.
Oh, so I could tech shine there. That might be better.
Yeah, it is. Because you just get a free hit.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah. Because you just shine her, she goes up, you hit her. I mean, what you did was okay. It got you out of safety. It got you out. I am surprised that worked. It looks. Oh, I guess he grabbed you on the frame of buffer. I haven't really seen you mix up Mistech yet. I think that Mistech into Smash DI is pretty good.
Yeah.
That was another opportunity to touch the wall, but he's a little bit more spaced on that one, so I kind of get why you didn't do it. Oof. Yeah, this tech chase, you're a little slow. That's just a speed thing. She gets the freebie kill. Illusioning at this height is generally really bad.
Yeah.
You will always want to go lower and try to sweet spot, because he's actually not really positioned to be able to cover that. You see how he's like at this level? If you if you sweet spot at this level, he's not close enough to be able to down smash it. And short up needles, I think, are too slow if you actually get a good sweet spot. So, yeah.
So I have a question then. So if I'm either side being to sweet spot to the ledge, or I say this is another stage and I could up B sweet spot, and she maybe doesn't have time to turn around wave dash to grab the ledge, what can she do anything to cover that? Like does down smash reach below or detailed or something?
I think down smash reaches slightly below, but for him right now the problem is that he's not close enough for down smash to be relevant.
I see.
Like his down smash is going to hit like here, but the lip of the stage is here, so he's not actually close enough for that to be a problem. If he is close enough for that to be a problem, then you have a decision tree. Like you have to assume which one he's going to be better at covering. But I generally think that Illusion has more flexibility on it, just because you can shorten it and play timing mix-ups.
Yep.
Whereas up B, it's a little easier to deal with, in my opinion. But there is merit to using the up B in that spot if he's positioned to be able to cover the illusion. Because usually they prioritize covering the illusion, so that's a consideration. Again, like, you see how he jumps, like, so far above you?
Yeah.
I would be looking to, like, hit him here as he's coming down. Like, forward smash, back air, anything, really. Heck, even forward air. Like, anything that just... Because he's burned his double jump. His ability to, like, evade you in this spot is so constricted. I wouldn't be going for something as conservative as a grab on his landing. It's also, like, kind of hard to hit, too, just because her... Like, grab is narrow. It's really safe, but, like, he's kind of committed all of his recovery resources into these jumps. So I would be looking to push the envelope. But that should have been a back air.
Yeah, I was hoping.
No, and you're starting to get a little antsy.
Yeah.
Nice. See that quick stall made that back air work. Because it like stalled out his offstage time. You see how he kind of like chills for a little bit, then comes up with his up B? Yeah. So that back here worked because he chilled and then went into range. On some of the earlier ones, it didn't work because he just hung outside your range the whole time. So just identifying how much space she's keeping from the stage is a big part of like edgeguard, getting the edgeguard loop on her correct. Nice. I think you could have pushed more.
Yeah.
Like after this trades, I would be looking to short hop Nair or something.
Okay.
Because even if she double jumps above you like she did, then you still like land quickly, so then you can still set up on her landing lag. And if she doesn't jump, then you just, get her and kill her. Attack. Like, she's going so high. Hit her.
Yeah, it seems like that's where a lot of my like missed opportunities are.
Yeah,
like,
aim for here. Aim for this spot right here. That big red dot. Because she has nothing there. Like, her hitboxes are, like, here. They're up here. They're, like, here. Not here. This is bad. This is what she wants to avoid. But he's burning his double jump so liberally. Like, attack him.
Alright.
I know her moves are really scary, so I kind of understand. Like, especially if you're not used to fighting like this style, where somebody who's this liberal, who's defensive but also liberal with burning their resources, I can get how that can be kind of weird. But it's still chic. Like, right now, I would not even be engaging him. Like, he can't get anything, but you're kind of starting to win because he came forward for some reason. So I don't know. Like, if I were him, I'd just be up here the whole time just shooting needles as you're coming up to shoot, right? That would be like my entire plan. Just react to Falco's height and shoot. But because Falco's jump height is really good, but it's awkward. But for some reason, like, he took like 16 damage for that, so up tilt up air was able to kill him. Like, oh my god, like, what was he doing? Ugh. I guess in that regard, if you think that you can out patient him, then your play makes perfect sense. I wouldn't interact, but it worked out. So what do I know?
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like based on his style, it seemed like it wouldn't have worked out. But I guess I don't know. Did decide to approach.
Yeah. I would up air. Because you missed that, I would be up airing to try to like snag the jump because it's gonna hit above you.
Okay.
And then if you do snag his jump, then you just keep comboing him until he explodes. But forward throw, yup. No, is this how it ends? Really? Oh, he sucks. Never mind. Up throw, yep. I would again another case of I would probably be looking to up throw and back air.
Right.
Maybe up air just because of where he's come out. Possibly even forward air just to push him forward, just because of how he came out of your throw, but I kind of get why you went for the down air. Oh my god. That's really how it ends? Oh,
I know, it's sad.
I'm sad. Oh. The big thing is though, I think that you need to be way more aggressive with sharking him.
Okay. Yeah.
Like way more aggressive. All in all, your neutral game isn't bad though. I think that on some certain combo decisions also could have been a little cleaner.
Okay.
Specifically, like after you throw him, like what do you do? After you throw him, like what do you do? Like sometimes you're down airing, but at percents where I'd be really looking to push him forward and like combo him off the stage. And sometimes when he uses his jump, I think you could just be way, way, way more aggressive. Because him using his jump is like his most valuable recovery resource. So that's a pretty big miss on him to like use a jump, get no value out of it, and then also give you the opportunity to get under him.
Okay.
So those are the big ones.
Okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
And then I actually think your in-between stocks game is good, so nothing really to add on that. You said you had some questions for me, though. We have some time.
Yeah. So this is actually a more sheet specific question. Also, thank you. That was very helpful, by the way.
You're welcome. I do try to find the priority areas. and
Yeah,
patterns.
definitely. Yeah, I think. Well, so I definitely think I need to continue working on grinding out just the punish flowchart on Sheik as well. Because yeah, like you said, I think a lot of drop out punishes like once I started getting something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, but anyway, so yeah, I was wondering because so I'm wondering just from the Sheik perspective when she is tech chasing on platforms because I don't think there's much of that in this match. But so if the Sheik knocks Falco or someone to the platform, how does the flowchart generally work for Sheik's platform tech chase? Because I've seen Waveland regrab, I've seen like rising or like falling dare, and I've also seen like falling dare to like dash attack to cover the tech away. Are there other options I should be aware of?
Okay, so the main thing you want to understand is why we're doing those things, because that can kind of govern your decision making to count for your counterplay. So the reason we do up air is because it's our most powerful aerial in terms of sheer knockback. Um, like it knocks over at 22, whereas I think our next strongest aerial back air knocks over at 26. Fair doesn't actually knock over or continue or allow us to extend combos until about like 37. So it up air is just really strong. So for low and mid percent comboing, it's a very high value move to hit. The reason that's why we do it at around like you'll usually see us start going for it if we knock you onto the platform around like if we up smash you and you land on the platform at say like 25, like 40s, 50s, that's usually our cue to up air. The way you beat that is you just roll to one of the sides and then do the slip off DI, exactly like how you would versus Marth.
Okay, the slip off DI is that the double stick thing or
Yeah, that's the C stick down and control stick down and off.
okay. Do you know like so when should I start holding sticks down? Is it during my tech roll or
Yes.
okay?
So like you'll input your tech roll as you're moving during your tech roll during that 40 frames. You really want to get your sticks lined up during the 20 frames of invulnerability because you don't want to like accidentally be a little late you don't want to start it during your vulnerability frames because then you'll if she does it before that you've actually input on your sticks, you might get no DI or like ODI that doesn't help you.
Right.
So you really want to make sure that you can get them during the vulnerability. Um, but usually there's a little bit of leniency here because people are usually a little slow. So the reason then you'll get things like Waveland Grab because once you start representing that you can tech roll, the Waveland Grab is usually a response to Waveland Grab is usually a response to the slip off DI because in order to set up the slip off DI, you have to tech roll, which is laggy. So that gives us the opportunity to Waveland Grab. But then that creates a mix-up. Like, do you tech stand? Because tech stand is good. Tech stand and mistech tends to be good versus Waveland options.
Yeah.
But Waveland counters the rolls. And then similarly, up air is very good versus tech stand, but it's not so good versus the slip off DI plus roll. Down air is mostly just down air is just like a weaker version of up air that kills at a later percent and sets up later. So it's like as up air moves past its combo threshold, then down air becomes more appealing.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah, and then they can dash attack away after down air. The down air misses because you tech throw it away.
Bingo.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then so one other platform situation is that if so say this could be from either character's perspective, but say the other character just purposely mistechs on the platform, and then is the general best way to cover that to crouch cancel the get up attack into something? Because if you just hold shield, if you're shielding for the get up attack, they can wait for your shield to deplete. So
I actually think that the other thing is I actually think that it's okay to just shield drop and attack them.
okay.
Like if you're shielding in front of them and they've missed tech, I actually think it's fine to just hit them in that position, especially depending on what their damage is. Like you'll see it a lot with Plup. Like he's so good at shield drop up airing on those kinds of situations.
Yeah.
And it's such a good combo starter. The other problem with waiting for wake up attack and reacting to it with your shield or crouch in general is just that if they roll through you.
Okay, right.
Like if they roll through a shield, it can be very awkward to follow up on that. Like you can usually shield drop into back air, but that usually ends your combo. So I actually think being a little bit more aggressive. A mistech has 26 frames of vulnerability. The same so it has the same time occupation as a tech stand, but all 26 frames are vulnerable. So I actually think it's good to just be aggressive on those and hit them right away. If you don't have that option, then yeah, you have to do kind of a more elaborate setup and cover options. But crouching is okay. Just it can be dangerous if you're not perfectly centered in the on the platform, purely because it can push you off the platform and deny your punish.
Yeah.
It's better on bigger platforms like Dreamland Battlefield. It tends to be worse on smaller platforms like Fountain of Dreams. On those ones, I actually think it's good to just stay underneath them, up tilt.
Okay.
Because even if you whiff, then you still can do things.
Makes sense. Yeah. I never really considered the shield drop attack option for that. That sounds like a really good idea.
Oh, and with Falco, you can even shine out of it, right? So, like, there's so many good things that you can do. Shine, down air, like,
Shield drop shine. I think that's what I should be doing instead of just holding shield. Okay.
I mean, there's lots of options. You have shield drop shine. You have back air if you just want to kill them. You have down air to extend the combo if they're at kind of like above when shine is good, but below when back air kills, something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And again, if you have any follow-up questions, feel free to throw them my way, and I'll do my best to answer.